You're watching The Edward Fowler Show. Now, here's your host, Edward Fowler.
And a very good evening to everyone watching here on YouTube. Before we get started on this episode tonight, I just want to make sure to make everyone aware that, as you can see, the graphic on your screen to my right hand side is that there is about 81% of you people who watch this channel who are not subscribed. And I would love it if you could subscribe, because you're giving a donation to helping this channel to grow and to reach a wider audience, to show that these conversations are indeed off the cuff conversations. They're not scripted. My guest doesn't know what I'm going to say. They don't know what they're going to get asked, and I don't know what answers they're going to give me. So it's an unbelievable conversation. It's a off the cuff. I like to have it uncut, uncensored, unedited, whatever you want to put that in. We like to keep it very much smooth running operation here on this channel. So if you like the content and you want to support this channel, then please, if you can click the subscribe button. It takes 10 seconds or less to do. You're helping me out to grow to a wider audience, to get even more incredible guests on the show. Thank you so much. So let's get that out of the way. We've done that. So please welcome to the show tonight a fantastic lead vocalist of a fantastic band called Defences, Sherry Duesbury. Welcome to the show. Sorry for any mispronunciations there. It was not intentional.
Thanks for having me.
No, absolutely. Thank you so much for the accepting the invitation as well, because I did reach out to you guys, and I thought you'd be a great, I think, to me personally, a great addition to my show and to my channel with all my other fantastic guests I've brought on this channel. When I did reach out, I can't remember if it was you personally who responded to me, I can't remember, but whenever you found out that I reached out to you, did you do any digging on my channel or Google who I was to see what kind of chap I was about, and if it be something which you guys wanted to be associated with?
I think I looked at your Instagram and thought, yeah, he seems like a cool dude, so why not?
Well, hopefully I will live up to that expectations here tonight on this channel. But it's an honor to have you on the show, because I know you're a very busy person. Your band is busy as well. So let's talk about how 2025 has been for you guys so far, because I'm sure you can't believe it's already almost the end of July of this year. It's going so quickly.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy how quickly this year's going and how much has already happened as well.
Yeah. Well, talk to us about it. What kind of year has it been so far for you guys?
Well, so we released our album Shadowlight in November of last year. So this year has been all about touring and playing shows to help promote that album, essentially. And we started off the year with a Shadowlight tour in the UK. Which went really well and was so much fun. We hit up some of our favorite major cities. And then end of Feb into March, we went over to Europe for a short headline run with our friends Lestel, a co-headline run with those guys, lovely guys. And yeah, that was crazy. That was us playing our first ever shows in Belgium, our first headline shows in Germany, our first show in Denmark. Crazy time. And then towards the end of April, we were lucky enough to join Red Hook, amazing Australian band, on their first ever UK headline tour. We were support for those guys, which was so much fun. And then we played Download Festival, which was incredible, as well as the first ever South by Southwest showcase in London, and Face Down, an incredible rock and emo metal club night in London. And yeah, we've announced some crazy things as well. So there's more to come. But yeah, that's all in the last 6 months.
Exactly. It's been a very busy 6 months for you. Apologies for you watching on the live stream. I was just doing some things in the background, so the stream might have just got a bit choppy there. So my apologies. It won't happen again now. But we're up and running. But yeah, what a couple of months you guys have had. Of course, you mentioned about Download as well.
Yeah.
Was that your first time you guys have played there? Or have you played there before?
So we have actually played there before. we did the takeover at Download in 2022, which was the first year that it kind of came back as a proper, festival after COVID. They had the pilot, I think, in 2021, but the first full festival was 2022, and we opened up the Doghouse stage. I think, well, I don't think, I do know because I've kind of been bragging about it. We were essentially the first band to play the whole festival that year, which was really, really cool. So I like to think that we kind of kicked it off. Um, but yeah, that was really awesome. And this time was incredible as well. It was also kind of a special experience. We were playing on the RIP Courtyard stage, which is essentially the stage in the RIP camping area for RIP ticket holders. So we were playing on the Wednesday on that stage, and yeah, it was incredible. We had an amazing crowd, and the show went really, really well. And we were lucky enough to get weekend passes, so we got to just spend the weekend, going to the festival, seeing all of these amazing bands, some of our friends in bands and bands we aspire to. Um, and yeah, it was incredible. And we had lots of people come up to us as well as we were kind of just walking around, which was really nice. So
That's
yeah, it
cool.
was fantastic.
We do have some live comments coming in, which is great, and keep them coming in as well. We've got a person called Azza saying hi, Shez, in the live chat. We've also have another comment as well from the same person saying defenses have been my biggest influence on screams and helped me in my darkest days. I have a defenses chorus tattoo. That's very cool.
Yes, he does. He's shared it with me. I still need to share it on our socials and stuff. But yeah, he got lyrics from Silence and the Sound, one of the songs on Shadowlight. And it's so special. I'm so honored.
And we can also show you, because we had some issues with the comments we've now fixed, we can put this comment hopefully on the screen. It should come on any second. He also says Sherry gives the best hugs, so that should appear hopefully on the screen if I've got that working correctly. If not, but we'd give it a shout anyway. It's on the YouTube chat. But yeah, what incredible 6 or 7 months you guys have had so far, and we can't wait to see what happens for the rest of the year, because I know later on in the year you are coming on UK tour for a few dates, and you will be stopping in the best city in the world, Manchester, UK, which we can't wait for you to appear in, which is going to be very, very cool. But before we talk about that, let's talk about this other fantastic show or tour you're going to be involved with. I think you guys are pretty most excited about as well, being part of the RØRY tour. Tell us about how that came to be. Was it an easy decision to join up, or just how that happened? Because it's exciting and it seems like
It's
a fun
very
time.
exciting. Yeah, I still can't really believe that it's happening, to be honest. Yeah, it feels very surreal, but yeah, we essentially owe it to Callum, our guitarist, because he has been on the TikTok game. He's been manning our TikTok and posting for us, and um, it's been doing really well, and we've gained a really cool kind of following on there. And it just so happened that Rory saw one of our TikTok
Oh
videos
wow,
and she really liked what she saw, and so
that's
she
good.
started following us. And yeah, she obviously went and listened to the album, listened to our music, and said that she really loved us, our stuff, and what we were doing. And so we kind of just said, if you ever need a support band, we'd absolutely love to come out with you. And she said, get your agent to get in touch with my agent, and they did, and it worked out.
And the rest is now history, which we like.
Yeah,
So,
kinda.
but I mean, what a fluke that was for her to come
I
across
know.
your work and think, actually, yes, that'd be a great addition to my tour as well. Now, before they got in before all that happened, were you and do you think she was aware of about you beforehand, or do you think that this is that she just came across you?
Potentially. I know that we have a lot of kind of mutual friends and mutual band friends. So and same kind of circles, and definite crossover in musical styles. So it's entirely possible, but I don't know for certain. I know when she started following us on TikTok.
Yeah, yeah. Very cool though. Very cool.
Very cool.
So, what can I guess the fans going to her shows expect when you guys come on the stage and perform before she comes out and perform? And maybe, well, there might be some surprises. Maybe there might be a duet or something between you guys and her as well.
Who knows? In terms of what people can expect from us, though, they can definitely expect an atmospheric show. They can expect something very engaging and something that makes them want to dance and sing along and makes them feel and kind of connect with everyone in the room. And yeah, hopefully something that they find really fun and memorable. We're
Yeah.
so excited.
Yeah, absolutely. You should be. You should be. It's a great opportunity to get more exposure for you guys and hopefully to build your audience and vice versa. Because I'm sure now when you announced that there's been some hype from your fan base and actually, yeah, I'm now going to attend this because I want to know more about this RØRY and to see you guys perform. So it's a win-win for everybody, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it really is. It really is. It's funny. My sister messaged me after she saw the announcement. She was like, "Oh my God, I know her from the ADHD podcast." And I was like, "Yeah, she's been around. Like
Yeah.
she's doing really cool stuff." And it's been really cool to see her music career kind of blow up over the last few years, and um, it's really inspiring as well. Just kind of watching what she's doing. And the kind of community that she's building as well is really special. So just to be able to be a part of that in any way is going to be amazing. Really
Yeah,
exciting.
it's going to be phenomenal. And I bet a surreal moment for your sister because obviously your sister know who she is and everything like
Yeah.
that. So I bet she's very happy for you as well and like getting this opportunity to meet her as well. And I bet maybe she's a bit jealous that she's not going to meet her, but you are maybe as well.
Well, maybe if she comes to a show, I can make it happen.
I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can. But let's talk about this other show because there's a lot of people commenting about this on the chat and in general about your UK tour of sorts coming up in later this year in December, I think it is. Yeah, December 2025. You start in Bristol and
Yes.
you're ending it in the best city in the world because you know where the best city in the world is, and that's Manchester, UK, at
Yeah.
the Deaf Institute. What a great place to end the tour. And we do have Azza in the chat saying that they're going to be front row in Manchester. Good. That's where you should be.
Yeah.
In the best city in the world in the front row, and apparently the same person said, "I'll never forget my first Defences show, Manchester Rebellion. I was there before both bands." So there you go. But you're going to be returning back to the Rebellion on the 8th of December though. What a fantastic venue that is, and I bet you're stoked as well. You got some fantastic dates lined up in that short amount of time.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
made you guys to decide to go on tour in December? How did that all happen, and why at the end of the year?
I think we just wanted to do something to kind of close out the year because obviously we started the year with a Shadowlight tour.
Yeah.
And so I think this is very much this has very much been the year of Shadowlight, of the Shadowlight era for us. And so we just want to kind of close out the year with another kind of celebration of that before we kind of go into the next era. And you know what's kind of next for us. So yeah, we just want to once again hit up some of our favorite major cities, get all of the Defences family in the room, and just celebrate this album that means so much to all of us.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely it is. And I got to mention as well, you've got, let's see, you start on the 4th, you're on the 5th in London, on the 6th in Nottingham, and in Manchester on the 8th. It's like you're doing 3 back-to-night shows, and then you've got a few days or 2 days off to recover from those 3 back-to-back days before you're in Manchester in the best
Yeah.
place, because you know where the best place is, and that's right here in Manchester. What made you to decide to end the tour in Manchester, by the way? Because it's a phenomenal city, as I'm sure you are aware.
It is. I don't know actually if there was a specific reason or if it just worked out that way with like booking the
Yeah.
venues, and like trying to do a kind of journey that made sense, I
Mm.
guess. But yeah, we absolutely love Manchester. It's always a fun show. We always really feel the love from everyone whenever we play there. So yeah, it's definitely like a key city for the Defences family.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, we're going to mention again, if other people want to, tune in and comment live or leave comments after us, you can do, because we love to support all these great artists I bring on the show, especially you as well, Sherry. You are a special talent and a special person indeed, and I think that's why people love you, especially here in Manchester. I think you've got some kind of great connection with the fans when you come here, and to other cities in the UK as well. You just got that great connection, and we'll get into that in a moment. But Azza says Sherry expects Christmas presents again. Okay, we'll see about that. And because to the point about why you love to come and stop your tour here in Manchester, as also because Sherry loves us. Yeah, I agree with that
Yeah.
statement as well. But I mean, what do you make? What do you think then is the key, which is making you think that when you ever come to Manchester and other cities that you have a real connection with the fans? What makes you think that is so special, and how you've been able to develop that over the years?
Um, I think
If that makes sense, by the way.
yeah, could you
so
ask
like,
again?
so like, I guess, like, is there a way when you've been, of course, coming out and performing in front of different crowds across the country, but especially here in Manchester, that whenever you come and perform, that the people just love you before you even start performing, and how have you been able to, I guess, develop that relationship over the years? Is it just something that does come natural from you? Because it seems like that, from other artists. Sometimes you got to hear you speak or how you perform before they fall in love. But whenever you just come out on the stage, people just come for you and just show you lots of love.
I think that's definitely something that's built up over time. And it is just from being there and connecting with people, We're always well, we're always busy before we're playing, but we're always there,
Yeah,
kind of, running around and doing bits. So we're always talking to people beforehand anyway. And yeah, in terms of like how we feel the love and everything during the shows, it is like just the reaction and the feedback and the support that we get from everyone, it's yeah, it's hard not to kind of just feel the love in the room.
mm.
And then again, after the shows, we're there talking to people. We're at the merch table, and we're taking pictures, and we're signing things, and we're giving hugs, and just connecting with people, because we're all there. We're all there in the same room for the same reason, which is our love of music and our kind of shared experiences that we've been able to connect through the music. And so yeah, it's kind of just about enhancing that as much as possible in when we're in the moment.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. But I feel like as well that over the time and being able to develop those relationships with the fans and being so accessible as well to the fans. I mean, I think that's why people, love coming to support you at shows and seeing you, for who you are. Because a lot of artists, you can't really tell if they're genuine or not because of the music online and when they're streaming, and like when they come to a show they get to see if that person is genuine or not, and most of the time many people are quite surprised that they're somebody completely different. And I feel like you're a completely different person when you're, because you do a lot of metal and a lot of the music, is fantastic, and then you got this other personality of yours, which you're showing here tonight, which is completely different,
Mhm.
and it's just completely, I guess, different from your personality when you're on that stage, if
Oh
that
yeah,
makes sense.
very much so.
Which is very, because people think that you're the same. People think that people are the same off and on the stage, aren't they? But in a matter of fact, you've got a whole different personality about you, which is great to see, and it's great to see that evolve over time. And you mentioned about after the end of this tour, end of the year, of what the next chapter is going to be. So is that a teaser of what to come in early 2026 then?
Well, I mean, this year has been so crazy, and we've been so fortunate to have opportunities result in more opportunities. So I'm just kind of manifesting that that's going to continue next year. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for a few things in particular that I would really love for us to be able to do or have happen next year. So there's that, but also, we're always working on new stuff. We're always writing, so there'll definitely be new music. Probably, well, yeah, before next year if we're if
Oh,
we're
okay. We're here, here first. We're
um,
gonna hear it first. So there's definitely new music on the way. So stay
on the
tuned
way, on the
to their
way.
social media. But please now plug us your social media. Where can my listeners and viewers find you across social media?
So it's at Defences UK across pretty much everything. And yeah, we're on every platform: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and then Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Amazon Music, everywhere you could possibly think to find a band, you will find us. Defences
Excellent.
UK.
Excellent. And I did tag the band here on the YouTube description. So if you go to the description of this YouTube channel, you will see a tag to their YouTube channel. So do check them out after this conversation, by the way. Do that after this conversation, because you may get a notification next time you log in on YouTube saying that Edward Fowler has tagged you on his video, because I did indeed. I want my viewers and listeners to go to your channel and check you guys out and hopefully become new fans of yours, even though I may have a small fan base, but you guys have done a phenomenal job at growing that. And has it been hard to grow your brand to get to the opportunities you've been hoping to achieve? Because you've done a fantastic job of keeping constant with with making new music, with touring, and all these other opportunities you get. It must be very hard to keep up with all this social media business as well.
It is. And yeah, in particular, I personally really do not like social media. And I'm always saying to my friends and stuff, if I wasn't in a band, I would not be on social media at all.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. But no, you do, the way the world works today, the way the industry is today, you have to be on it and you have to be on it consistently. And so yeah, we have been doing that for the past few years. But um yeah, people are surprised when they ask me how long we've been a band, and I say, oh, it's like 11 years at this point. Because yeah, we've been doing this for a long time, and we've been constantly just writing and putting music out and hoping that people will see it and like it for a really long time. And um I think before we were all pretty reluctant to really go in hard on the social media, just because personally as individuals we're not big fans of it.
Mm.
But once we did, because for this album, because we loved it so much and we cared so much, we really did want to we wanted to give it everything and give it its best possible opportunity. So we did just do what we had to do essentially. But no, it is a lot of work and it is hard, but it does pay off. It definitely does.
Yeah, no, it does indeed. And I like how you mentioned about if you weren't in a band, you would not be on social media. I can't. I was shocked to hear that, because I think you've done a very good job on social media, keeping as active as you can be on your personal Instagram as well. I know you got your the band one, and you got your own personal as well for your for your, I guess, marketing, to make you stand out as you as well, to help to support the band, because you may have fans who you may have from other genres outside of music who are now following you, and then when you start posting about your band, then they come hopefully fans of that as well, so it helps to grow instantly as well. So it's great to see all around, and I hope that continues for years to come. Hey, we got the chat working. Sorry, I have been trying to get this chat to it for a while, so we got it working. So you see now the live comments are now on the screen. So we got Azza saying, don't forget to mention the heart as well. Not exactly sure what that was mentioning from earlier, so apologies for that, not knowing what that was meaning. But
So the Heart is our fan group.
yeah,
We have a fan group on Facebook and on Instagram. Our Instagram community is called
love
The
it.
Heart. And yeah, it's essentially a place for the Defences family. We started it on Facebook, so that's kind of the bigger
Yeah.
base. before the Instagram communities kind of, or channels, sorry, became a thing.
Yes,
Um,
because that's becoming a thing now, isn't it? The Instagram channels, and that's
yeah,
booming at the moment.
yeah,
Lots of
yeah.
creators doing it, so it's good to see. I think you got a lot of followers following you on
We've
that. I
got a
think.
lot of yeah, we've got a lot of defences family in both of them. I
Yeah,
think it's probably a 600-700 across the two.
that's good.
Um, and yeah, we post a lot of like behind the scenes content in there, unedited videos, memes, just like lots of random stuff. And
Yeah,
then it's just a place for us to kind of talk to the fans and talk to, people who support us and love us and stuff. And yeah, we can be quite bad at remembering to post in there again because
it's
we,
hard.
there's a lot we got to keep on
Yeah,
top of in our heads. But yeah, it's always really fun to kind of check in and see, because the other cool thing is that the fans post in there. The one on Facebook, the fans can post in there, so we see a lot of fan art and just people wearing the merch and all sorts of cool stuff in there. So
yeah,
yeah, it's a
that's
cool
very
place.
cool. That's very cool. And I got to mention as well because you mentioned about that, about you can get instant fan reaction as well from those type
Yeah,
of groups. So
yeah,
if they don't like
yeah.
something or they love something, then they'll like tell you immediately. It just shows you how scary the social media works, because you can now reach people in random countries million miles away who you never thought would ever hear or see your music. It's now crazy that maybe possibly in the future you
Yeah,
could
that's
possibly do
really
a
cool.
tour in that
So
particular country.
we have a little questionnaire for people to do. They don't have to, but to enter the heart on Facebook. And one of them is like, where are you? Where are you based? And
Yeah.
it's really cool to see all of the different answers that we get, because it's people from like all over the world.
That's cool. That's cool. Hello, Jamie, a regular on this channel. What a guest, mate. Thank you so much for that. Uh, I did bring up another comment a moment ago from Azza saying I've travelled over for defences, but there's something about London and Manchester crowds. Indeed. I do. I feel like the London and Manchester crowds are just something else. I don't know. Maybe the football clubs. We've got a lot of football clubs in London and Manchester. Maybe that's what plays into it, perhaps.
Maybe. I think it's just a really good metal scene in those places, and a lot of metal lovers in those places. That they've definitely, those two have always, I mean, obviously London's our like hometown, so that's always
Obviously.
been a good one. But Manchester's always really been a good one.
Yeah.
Nottingham is another one that kind of surprisingly over the last year for us has become a really good one.
That's cool.
And so now I'm always really excited for a Nottingham show. So yeah, again, we're hitting up our favorite major cities.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's going to be really fun.
Well, I'm liking that more and more artists are now going to Nottingham, because I feel like Nottingham is like a place where you wouldn't expect bands to go to in the
Hmm.
past. But
Yeah, yeah,
now more and more bands are going, because they're now seeing that the people of Nottingham are so supportive
yeah.
and just enjoy music in general, and they want to see as much music come to them. So I'm happy that yourselves are going there as often as you are, and other great bands as well. It's great to see how it continues for years to come. I do have a point to mention though, that I do like to bring up to my other musician guests, because I always find this fascinating. How do you try and, I guess, keep yourselves relevant with so much other competition in the same genre as you, to try and stick out from all of those as what you guys are doing? Because you guys are doing, as you say, you've been around for 11 years now. You've probably been doing what you've been doing and seeing other bands coming up and seeing their struggles, and you probably been there yourselves, and you see these other great bands who you probably would love to either collaborate with or be on their level. And it's like,
Mhm.
how do you try and keep yourselves relevant and keep the fan base so engaged? Because you do a phenomenal job. Is it because of the groups you've made to keep them connected as possible with other bands are not doing? What do you think?
I don't know, to be honest. We tend to just and when it comes to the music, we do what we feel
Yeah.
we want to do, what feels right for us at the time, or what we want to kind of portray at the time. But beyond that, I think it probably is just connecting with the fans as much as possible. So it is things like the groups, and it is things like talking and connecting as much as we can when we are playing
Mm.
shows, which luckily we've been able to do a lot more over the last year. So Yeah, I think it's just that really. I don't know that there's anything else in particular that we're doing that no one else is doing.
Well, I think it's probably the groups because from all the other lead vocalists and other bands I've had on the show, not a single one of them have ever mentioned a group. Because I think maybe they might be a bit scared that the reaction they might get might be mostly negative. But I'm glad that you guys have done it because from what I've seen and stuff on the internet, it's all been positive, which is fantastic, and that's what we like. We like that positivity. We don't like having any negative. 'Cause I always feel like it's just not needed in this
Mhm.
day and age, and I know it's more easier to give what you think and put your thoughts out there, but in reality you don't need negativity. It doesn't help anybody out, so just keep doing you, and I think that's what makes you guys different and unique and makes you guys stand out better, and I can't wait to see what you guys do next as well, which is going to be exciting.
It is.
But again, the upcoming tour in December starts in Bristol, then to, of course, London, the capital city, then to Nottingham, and then ends right here in the best city in the world, Manchester, UK. You can buy your tickets. I think there's still tickets on the defencesofficial.com. So go to that
Yep.
website where you can see on your screen and check them out today to see if there's any tickets left because you never know. They're going to be selling fast, I'm sure, and people will be dying to come and meet you, maybe the first time, or maybe they're existing fans like Azza is and be coming out to check you out and catch up with you as well. I bet you've had many fans who've been traveling, the country and other places to see you perform and catching up with you after the shows and so but I bet it'd be quite a nice thing and creating these relationships as well because many of them might become fans and then over time they become friends of yours as well, which is cool.
Yes, definitely, definitely.
You mentioned before about you got some particular goals you want to achieve.
Hmm.
Can you go into any of those, any teasers of those, or what are you wanting to try and hopefully to achieve, or goals to say you want to achieve?
How do you mean?
So you mentioned about goals. You got some goals you would love to achieve,
With the
as
band?
with the band. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you go into any detail of what the many goals are, or is it because you don't, in case
Well,
you don't
for
want to?
example, so like obviously we were super fortunate to be able to play Download this year,
Yeah.
but I would really love to play the main festival. So on one of the either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday lineups. So if that could happen in 2026, touch wood.
Fingers
Luckily, I've
crossed.
got a lot of wood right in front of me and got a coffee table. Um, yeah, that would be absolutely amazing. There are a couple other big festivals that it would be really cool to play that we haven't been lucky enough to play just yet. So yeah, that would be really cool. And then probably just another big tour like this really lucky RØRY tour that we've been able to get. Another big tour with a an artist that's doing really well
Mm.
and that I think that we would vibe with and connect with and it would be a really good fit. That would be awesome. But yeah, beyond that, just kind of more of the luck that we've had with people discovering us and falling in love with us this year. More of that as we continue to put more music out there.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And of course, one person in particular wants to see more Shadow.
Well, we'll see. There'll definitely be more shadow. I don't know how much shadow will go. I don't know how much further it will go beyond 2026, but yeah, there's definitely more to come for sure.
Good to hear. I'll give you the floor, by the way, now to mention anything you like on this show. Is you might want to get off your chest, which I might not have brought up, which you think is very important to get off your chest. So I'm not going to give you the floor
No, the
to do
guys will be
so.
like, why didn't you mention this? Why didn't you mention that? Okay, well, I'm just going to first of all reiterate that we are so incredibly grateful to everyone who supports us, everyone in the Defences family, everyone who is yet to join and is going to join when they come to their first Defences show. Um, Thank you for loving us and what we do and our music. Shadowlight, like I said, is so far to date our favorite thing that we've ever made, and those songs are really special and really important to me and a journey that I have been on and I'm still going on. So I just want, yeah, I love much love to everyone who's kind of connected to that. Um, our next show is on the 23rd of August in Cambridge at the 66 Bar. It's a really cool kind of band v band kind of setup, but we're headlining on the Saturday, so that's going to be really fun. Our next show after that is Cruff Fest on the I think it's the 6th of September in Lincoln. Really, really cool to be headlining that. It's a festival for a really good cause. So yeah, anyone around the Lincoln area, please do come to that. And then yeah, after that, it's the RØRY tour, which is so cool. So we're going to be opening in UK, but then we're going to be main support in Germany. So excited for literally every single show. The cool thing about that tour as well is that for the UK, we're going to be hitting up cities that we haven't played before. So we're going to be able to yeah, really branch out and hopefully grow the Defences family on that tour. So very excited for that. And then of course, like I mentioned, we're going to be rounding out the year with a headline tour, Bristol, London, Nottingham and Manchester, to yeah, round out the year of Shadowlight.
Absolutely. It's just mentioned about the tour again, because of course for RØRY, the RØRY tour you mentioned, you're going to be going to Germany, which is cool. So how is your German, by the way? Is it okay?
My German is terrible. I could Guten Tag and
Oh yeah.
it's about all I could manage.
Me too.
But Kyle, the drummer, is fluent in German. So every time we've been, he's just smashed it. He can have like full conversations. It's really cool. And because we have to drive through France, and Callum, guitarist, is fluent in French.
Oh wow.
So Callum does all the talking in France. Kyle does all the talking in Germany.
That's awesome. At least
yeah, part of me wants to learn another language just so I can be the one that does all the talking in another country, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, never say never. You never know, and if it's possible in this world. But it's good connection with your band. You got some people who can speak French, which is perfect. You got people who can speak German, which is perfect. So it's a win-win there. So you surround yourself with some great partners, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can't wait to see, what happens with your band. I wish you the best of luck supporting both RØRY and your upcoming shows in August, which you just mentioned, and as well the main event in December. Those dates in December are going to be phenomenal. I hope you have a fantastic time, and I hope that all the people who come out to your every show from August straight through to Germany, straight through to the end, from Bristol to Nottingham to London to Manchester, show you the best of love, support you as they can, and help you, make this year the biggest year of your career so far.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I got to say as well, before we end this chat, I hope that you've enjoyed your time on this show, because I did watch a snippet or two of another conversation she did on another channel on YouTube, and I thought that we had a lot of laughter on this channel, so on this chat. So I hope that there's been entertaining compared to some of the other conversations you may have had on other channels. I hope. Anyway, that's what my goal was. Anyway, to try and bring some entertainment to you. So hopefully I've achieved that. If not, please let me know, and I will work on it for my next guest.
Thank you for having me.
No problem at all. It's been a pleasure, and I hope you'll come back on the show again.
For sure.
You can say no as well, you don't have to agree. But it's been a privilege and an absolute privilege and a pleasure to have you on the show. And if you have any, I guess, suggestions of who I should maybe invite on the show after you?
Ooh, good question. I'll have a think and I'll message you.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much. And again, it's been a huge pleasure. And just again, you can find out everything to do with Defences all across social media. You guys made it very simple and easy for your fan base to find you. Unlike me, where I like to challenge my audience and tell them to find me on different platforms under different names. But there you go. But we do have one last comment we want to leave off, is that one of the Raven Age lads is what Azza has says on the YouTube live chat. Much appreciated for those tuned in this evening. Thank you to you, Sherry, for agreeing to come on this channel and for your time this evening, and I hope you have a good rest of your afternoon/evening.
Thank you very much. You too.
Thank you. And again, remind everyone who's watching this show, if you enjoyed the content, like the video, share the video around, tell everybody about Sherry, tell everybody about the fantastic metal band Defenses. Tell everybody about this show. You know, why not? You know, as I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, that over 81% of the people who watch this show are not subscribed. Can you believe that? So if you are watching this video and you're not subscribed, like these 80% of people up there, then smash that subscribe button. It takes 10 seconds or less to do so, and you're helping me out by donating. As a donation, basically, a free donation to this channel, because you're helping the channel to grow and get even more fantastic guests like Sherry on the show. So if you like the content, want to see more of my content, all you have to do is subscribe. Simple as that. And until the next episode, which will be on Wednesday night, enjoy the rest of your afternoon or evening.